This retreat really honestly has been life-changing for me.
This retreat has been profoundly moving for me.
I'm just so thankful to have had the opportunity to go so deep in this spiritual practice.
What I've noticed the most is a much deeper love, forgiveness, and acceptance of myself and my body.
And this retreat has really opened up for me acceptance in a whole new way.
Especially during this time for me, because I really needed it. And I know that if I had had the cancer diagnosis during normal times, there's just no way I would have been able to experience this level of connection with the teachings, with Master Mingtong, with the community.
And during the time of COVID, my wife and I started practicing intensively, attending several retreats, really engaging in the Qigong for Life Mastery program and the Awakening through Pure Consciousness program.
I feel like for the first time my whole life, just really being connected and in my body, and it's a beautiful blessing.
I couldn't move my neck coming into retreat. I couldn't do crane's neck. One day when you were doing one of the healing or the transmission teaching sessions, Master Mingtong, I felt this shift and all of a sudden I can move my neck backwards again. So that's been a huge blessing.
I was diagnosed with a lot of autoimmune, environmental things. And one of the conditions I was diagnosed with took my saliva glands totally out. They were totally atrophied. And for 25 years, they were totally atrophied. Anyway, I did your course. And this was November, 5 years, actually almost to this day, 5 years ago I started that course. And within 2-3 months, my saliva was coming back. And not only that, my new claim to fame, I jokingly say, is that I can spit again. My saliva glands are totally back. So is a nerve that it took out here that medically is never supposed to come back. I totally became a numbskull. Literally, I joked about it was my way of coping, but it's totally back. And the neurologist just waves his papers and says, Sheila, this is remarkable. You've done the impossible. I can't pronounce it, but keep doing it.
This fall has brought up a lot of agitation in my energy. It's felt like anger and frustration. But then in this retreat, I discovered the underlying fear. Being here with all of you, doing the practices, diving into relationships and trauma, has allowed me to sink into my energy more. So I feel more connected and I have deeper acceptance of myself, and it's making it easier for me to engage in community.
Getting in touch with my inner purpose, awakening to pure consciousness has been a fundamental shift in my consciousness and has helped me make the therapeutic decisions that I've needed to make to deal with my diagnosis. And the other benefits that have gone on is feel like I've deepened my relationship with my wife, and that we have more tools to deal with when challenges come up from between us.
For relationships, I noticed I'm more easily to let go of things from, old habits and, limiting patterns and limiting beliefs that would trigger me. I'm a lot more aware of that, and just a much deeper love, a much deeper unconditional love for my husband and our 3 kids, and just a lot more at peace with exactly as things are.
Being able to do this retreat at home has helped me integrate the teachings directly into my most challenging and loving relationships with my husband and kids. And it's been pretty fascinating, to have things activate with them and then be able to come downstairs and be in retreat with you all and deal with it and then go back and try again. I've been noticing so much peace in our household all week. It's been so lovely. And then again, when stuff activates, because it does, I have so much support. And so I've been able to deal with things that I've been putting on the back burner because they were just too hot to handle, too big, too upsetting to handle by myself. And I've been able to touch them and go there with all of you and with your support. And I felt not scared. I felt like I could handle it and like I could open that up. So coming out of this, in my awareness of my emotional patterns, all my stories, all these ridiculous things that have been limiting me for decades, is so much higher. I am ready to take next steps. And again, just so grateful that you have all these programs so well integrated for me to take advantage of.
During this retreat, I was scheduled for surgery last Monday. And so I missed most of Monday's classes and stuff while I was having my operation. I had some tools, La Qi, some of the practices from Awakening Through Pure Consciousness and the sound healing that I could do even in recovery room, even as I was preparing and going into the surgery suite, and including my doctors and nurses in that Qi field. I've recovered exceptionally quickly and with minimal pain. I took the narcotics for just the first day and I'm off the narcotics. And I'm feeling vital and alive and on my path to greater healing. And on my path.
The day of John's surgery was one of the most peaceful days of my life. I was a little on edge while I was waiting to hear that he came out of recovery. I was a little nervous then, but it was such a peaceful day, and the whole day I thought, aha, this is the transformation. This is our new relationship. This is how we can be together forever.
I'm grateful because my life is getting richer, and there's no words for that. So, and wisdom healing Qigong means for me after this retreat, it's a pathway. I'm learning and I'm deepening, and I don't know where I'm headed, but I know it's beautiful, and I'll be there with all of you. Thank you.